Hey, my beautiful friends. So as you can see, today's a sunny, beautiful day, and so it is a beach day. And so I am going to be going out and spending some time on the beach, but I wanted to do a reading because I got a channel message, and this is going to be for those of you that resonate with divine feminine energy. This is about your divine masculines, okay? Divine masculines, feel free to watch. You could resonate as the divine masculine, or feel free to reverse the energies as you see fit, okay? So what I'm getting here is that I'm picking up on your divine masculines, okay? This is going to be your divine partner, if you've met them or not, okay? And this energy that I'm picking up on is your divine masculine loves that you are hard to get, divine feminine. And I don't mean play hard to get. So it's not like you're playing a game, stringing them along, okay? What I'm getting here is that you are hard to get because you don't let just anybody in your energy, okay? You're not somebody that dates around. You're the word that I'm getting from spirit is mysterious, okay? So your divine masculine likes this about you, and this is how he's going to recognize you, okay? This is how he's either already met you and what he's picked up on you, or when he meets you, he's going to pick up off your energy alone that you're very mysterious, that you're very reserved. You could be somebody that is very social, but at the same time, there's something that you hold back, okay? And it's because you will engage with people, but to a certain extent, right? Not everybody gets to be really in your energy, right? They only get to see surface level. And not to say that surface level isn't amazing. You could be somebody who's very good with people. You could be somebody who smiles a lot, who is very kind, but there's something about you where you reach a certain level when you meet individuals. Now, this could be out in public. This could be just people that you're introduced to, and you will have conversations with them. But there's a certain point where you hold back, where you hold off, because not everybody is allowed to have access to that layer of you, that inner layer. So this is what I'm getting. This divine masculines that I'm picking up on, okay, for a wave of the divine feminines. If you were drawn into this reading by the title, okay, like I said, you could be a divine masculine watching, and you could, be a cross watcher of this reading. Now, don't come at me about divine feminine, divine masculine readings, that I only do feminine readings, because I do both, you guys. So this one, however, the messages coming through is that there's the divine feminines. What your divine masculine likes about you is that you're very mysterious, okay? And you present yourself well. So you could be somebody who presents yourself well on the surface. And so you could be very attractive, okay? People could be drawn to your energy, because of the smile that you put on your face, your kindness, your light when you walk into a room, your ability to navigate a crowd of people. I feel like you're somebody who has good conversation, but there's something about you where you just don't make yourself so available, like to get really close to. And the divine masculine likes that about you, okay? This is going to be what lets him know that you are his divine feminine, the one that he has created in his mind, okay? Because the divine masculine has dreamed up you, divine feminine. And what I'm getting here is that he's going to know that it's you because you're this mythical creature that didn't exist, and here you are right in front of their eyes, and they're going to be like, holy shit, this is my divine feminine. And so this is what your divine masculine is very attracted to about you. This is something that he's been searching for his entire life, that he thought maybe was just a figment of his imagination. And you are very real because you are here, you're picking up on this energy. You know that this reading is for you because you know that you put out this signal to the universe, and because you don't let anybody in your energy. And not to say if this reading isn't for you and you like to get on a deep level with everybody, then maybe this reading isn't for you, and that's okay. But what I am picking up on is there's a group of divine feminines, and your divine masculines have individually thought up, even to the little characteristics. They could have They could recognize you by your dimples on your face, things that just really light this fire inside this masculine, okay? And he's gonna know. He's gonna know, because it's almost like a little twinkle is gonna happen when you smile or when you catch eyes with this masculine. He's gonna know, that's my person. And so I was getting a message to come on here and let you know that your divine masculine is seeking you out. He has been seeking you out, whether he knows it or not, whether he knows it or not. And this is what he absolutely loves about you. And he's going to fall head over heels, okay, is what I'm getting. The second that he picks up on your energy. Now, this divine masculine, if you have met them already and you know that this is your divine masculine and he hasn't approached you or he hasn't made things official yet, I'm getting here from Spirit that this divine masculine is figuring out how to be the masculine that you need him to be in order to approach you, in order to make this official. Okay, so there could be some things. This could have just been an eye-opener for this masculine. Maybe he needed to see, divine feminine, that you were real, okay? And it's going to light a fire inside of him to get his shit together, okay? And this could be spiritually, this could be energetically, this could be releasing any ties that he was bound to, situations, certain people that aren't on the frequency that you guys are going to be at when you unite, okay? And so this could have been the moment where this masculine was going to be placed at a crossroads. He knows that you exist now, and now he is going to do what it takes, because he knows, because of the nature of the type of feminine that you are and how you don't let just anyone in your energy, and you're hard to get. Like I said, this isn't playing hard to get. This isn't playing the field. This isn't stringing somebody along and keeping them waiting. This is, you're going to have to come at me as a divine feminine in an energy that is on the frequency that I feel is the type of love that I deserve, because you're the divine feminine that already gives herself that emotional, unconditional love, right? And so you are not going to accept anything less than what you already give yourself. And I'm getting here that a lot of masculines try with you, okay? And so this is something that this masculine, your divine masculine, could pick up on as well, okay? And so I'm getting this from you, from the divine masculine, for you, divine feminine, that he is actively seeking you out. And like I said, if he's already met you, that could have been the moment that this masculine was placed at a crossroads. The divine is kind of like, here's the feminine of your dreams. She is waiting for the right masculine, and when she picks up by his energy that he has come in at the right frequency of love, something that she is going to feel safe in is the words that I'm getting, okay? So this is a masculine that is going to learn, and he's being prepared on how to come in and make you feel, as a divine feminine, safe in his energy, where you can lower your walls and you can really open up to this masculine. And when you feel that from him, you will know that he is ready, okay? And so that is what I'm getting here. So the divine feminine that I'm picking up on has done a lot of healing. It's taken a lot to get to this point, to where it's not exactly like you've got all these barriers and walls up, because I feel like you mingle with people, you talk with people, but you won't let anyone just be in your energy, okay? Really open up emotionally or sexually. I feel like that's like I'm not going to just give my my body away to somebody unless it's the right person. And that's the type of energy that I'm picking up on for the divine feminine that this message is coming through for, okay? So beautiful energy. There's divine masculines who are missing you, and they're missing, it's like something's missing from their life, and so they've been dreaming up this woman, okay? It's because you guys have this soul contract, okay? And so the divine masculine may not even know that's what he's really doing. You could be like, he could, leave little bits and pieces of what he wants, like little fragments of your energy, because I feel like there's a past life connection here. I feel like he puts little fragments of your energy and things that he creates, because I'm definitely picking up this masculine as a creator. So he could be an artist of some sort, he could be a writer of some sort, and he puts little things fragments of your energy, like a muse that he doesn't even know is real, but he's been creating in all of his creations. So he could be a songwriter, he could be a writer, he could be an artist, he could, you know, just whatever he does. This is the type of masculine that I'm picking up on here, okay? So let me just see what other messages want to come out here. We got not today, and I feel like this is your energy, Divine Feminine. You're not just going to let anybody, it says the snake, okay? You're not going to let just anybody get in your energy. And I'm hearing that there has been a lot of masculine energies that have tried to kind of sneak their way in. And I feel like you're at a level of where you read energy so well that they are not able to slither past you. And that's what I'm getting here, okay? We've got old school here. So this is telling me, and we got separation on the bottom. So I feel like this is some sort of lifetime separation. Like this is definitely a past life love, and you've made it to the level of healing where there's going to be some sort of activation with your masculine, and he loves this about you. He loves that it's almost like you have been saving yourself for him, and he has this inner knowing, but he can't just like bite like the snake. He can't bite and go after what he wants if he's not prepared. And so this masculine is going to probably be woken up by the moment that he meets you or recognizes you in some way. It's going to resonate different for everybody, you know, but this masculine is going to be woken up, and he's probably going to freak out a little bit, but it's going to be everything that is you're going to be like a magnet. He's going to keep coming back to you, and he's going to start to realize that this is what he's been wanting his entire life. And some masculines may know this right away, but they're going to be quick to figure out that they can't just jump and bite like the snake, right? So they're going to have to shed, okay, things, ways that they would have acted with a feminine energy that isn't like you. And some masculines aren't going to want to approach you the way that they would have approached any feminine in the past, because you're not just any feminine to this masculine, okay? And he knows that he's going to have to come in at the right energy. So some of them are going through some sort of a spiritual awakening. They're evolving, they're stepping up, okay? But they're thinking about you, okay? And it's almost like they're going to go through waves, roller coasters of emotion, just like you probably had during your awakening and getting to this point on your healing journey, Divine Feminine. But what I'm getting here is to not lose hope that, you know, all hope is lost in every masculine you meet, because like I said, you know that there is a reason. You have this inner calling inside your soul and in your heart that is why you don't just give out your energy to anybody, because something's telling you, not that you're sitting around waiting, because we don't do that as Divine Feminines, okay? This Divine Masculine is going to be drawn into you when you are living, you know, your best, the best that you can with what you have, right? And you're living in a state of peace and happiness within yourself, within your own soul, and you're thriving in whatever it is that you're doing, okay? Because you turn that energy towards yourself, and that is something that you protect, and you honor and protect yourself like that, okay? You've learned how to do that without needing validation from anybody, okay? And this masculine is learning how to come in and be a protector to you, all right? So that's definitely what I'm getting here. We've got soul, well, I said soul shock, but it's shock. So this is what this masculine is going to go through, okay? He's going to have this major realization that you exist, that you're real, okay? And that you know your self-worth. And this masculine loves that about you. He knows that he cannot come in at anything less that you give yourself. And that is what he's preparing to, okay? He's doing the work. It says shadow work on here. So your Divine Masculines are doing the work. They're coming in, okay? And we got the King of Wands on the bottom here, but I'm not going to pull that here. Let's just see what other energy wants to come out here. We've got Judgment, okay? So this masculine knows that he's under judgment from his higher self. He knows that he's going to have to come in the right way. And I feel like this is the moment where his whole life changed, when he has this shock, this soul shock that you exist, that you're a real Divine Feminine. Like I said, the Star. Like I said, This is what this divine masculine has been internally wishing for. Some of them don't even know that that's what they've been doing. Like I said, they've been putting it in their creations. And when they look back and they look at their life, they realize that they've always been searching for you, divine feminine. And so that's a beautiful energy to have here, okay? This masculine's been wishing for you by dreaming you up to the universe, not knowing, praying for you, not knowing that anyone was listening, but the universe was listening, God was listening, your angels were listening, okay? And they're working hard behind the scenes here to make the stars align for both of you, okay? So like I said, for those of you that have met your masculine, he's having a wake-up call, and he's, you know, he's under judgment right now to become the masculine that you need him to be, okay? We got the Two of Swords. This tells me that some of you, you know, this is how blocked your energy is. Do you see that heart in the bush behind there? Like it's like a heart-shaped thing here. And so they know to get into your heart, they're going to have to come at the right frequency. So they can't just, it's almost like you've got this, you're very protected. Your angels aren't going to let anyone through, even your divine masculine. They're not going to let him through to the point of getting beyond those layers until he is ready. And that is what is happening at this time. Page of Cups, he's learning how to come in appropriately and make the right offer. Okay, that's definitely what I'm getting here. Any other messages for the divine feminine? We got the Hanged Man. So this is telling me that your spirit guides will put a stop to this. This masculine will feel stuck. He will feel like he can't reach you, can't get to you, doesn't know how to communicate to you until he puts himself under judgment and really says, okay, I need to step it up. But not only that, you're helping this masculine because he's evolving, and you want this for your masculine. You want him to be not only the man that you need him to be, but the man that he needs to be for himself, to understand that he is worthy of a divine feminine's love, because he is. And a lot of masculines get up to this point, they end up settling because they're intimidated by this kind of love. And not only that, they really struggle with inner wounds, inner masculine, their inner masculine, you know, energy could be wounded. And so that's something that they need to heal. You know, they could have grown up environments where they saw masculine men settle, or it wasn't an equal type of love. And I feel like there's something about this masculine that's always had wanted to like put his heart on his sleeve, but he could have had his heart broken at a young age, and so that made him very closed off. And so there's a lot of healing that needs to be done here, and he is understanding and learning how to be the man that he needs to be, but also that he's worthy of the divine feminine's love and Empress's love. Okay, we got the Three of Cups here. So, you know, this is a positive energy. This means that there's something positive happening behind the scenes that you're not seeing. Your spirit guides are really excited about this. Okay, they're excited that this is going to come into alignment, because it is. You just have to have faith that it's coming through. So don't give up hope. And like I always like to say, I don't believe in false hope here. We got the Three of Wands. So this is telling me that this masculine is being prepared to come forward. Okay, he's being prepared to come forward and make an offer. And again, we've got the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So this tells me that this masculine is rising up into, you know, a higher frequency, and he is very, very attracted to you. Okay, he loves the fact that you are hard to get, but not only that, that you are real, and that you're awakening him to spirituality. You're awakening him to rise up. Okay, and so you're a very important part of this masculine's timeline of, you know, of his healing journey. And this is something that he respects and loves about you, but he also respects the fact that you have done the shadow work, okay? And not to say that you haven't had hard relationships and this is always the way you've been, because it takes a lot to get to a feminine to this point, to be awakened to her worth as well. So be patient with your masculines, okay? They love this about you. They are being prepared to come forward and make the right offer, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and close the ear, but if this resonated for you, Divine Feminine, or if you're a cross-watcher, Divine Masculine, and this is something that you're experiencing, okay, go ahead and give it a like, comment, share, subscribe. It will help me pick up on your energy for future readings, but I'm going to go out and enjoy the beach, and I'll see you guys a little bit later. Love you. Bye.